Welcome, everybody. As always, I'm going to give just a minute for a few people to join. But regardless, I'll be diving in just 2 or 3 minutes. Got a lot to cover, especially because we missed it yesterday because I was preparing for a Towley shill, and that certainly did not happen, which I'm going to talk about briefly. So just like 2 or 3 minutes here, maybe a little music. I don't know. Maybe this won't sound good. Let's see. What we got here? Something a little chill, maybe. Got a little. There we go. Something that put us in a good mood. Listen to this for about 2 minutes while we wait for people to join. This is how I feel most of the day doing DeFi, by the way. I'm just kind of like hanging out and like farming and eating some Liptus. And, it's not a bad way to live. Gotta be honest. Even with fucking Towleys out there, not a bad way to live. Looking at 2 minutes, and we'll dive on in. God, thank God I got a haircut. Sweet Jesus. Sorry, just it's the last time I'm going to mention the haircut. I had like mega coronavirus hair. Thank freaking God. I'm going to share screen here. We're going to start with Plum. Plum Finance. Just in about a minute. All right. So, diving on in. As always, as you all know, I'm working on a lot of projects right now. I'm trying to get our NFTs finalized. I'm so behind on publishing some pages on our website, but I always try to get this in here just so we can talk about some of the plays of the day. So I'm going to go pretty quick, but I'm going to keep an eye on the chat if anyone has any specific questions. So real quick, guys, I exited Plum today. I liked it a couple of days ago. I felt like it was starting to show a little bit of an uptrend, and it's just become nothing but a downtrend. And I feel like I got kind of lucky yesterday because it was kind of starting to go on that downtrend, and then it popped back up. And because of the insane APR, I ended up basically breaking even. I think I was maybe like up 1 or 2%, but it was like a nothing play. I basically got in, earned a ton of APR, LP value went down, it essentially broke even, and I got out. And the rest of the day, it got back as high as 13 something, but it just looks like it's going in the wrong direction. So, if you're like Silly Gorilla and you've already recouped your investment and you're just farming, this is great APR. But if you're trying to get in and then recoup your investment and then farm this APR, this is something that I'm just not seeing the margins here. I was hoping, my plan on this one was I got in around 15, and I was thinking it's going to go up to at least 20. I can recoup my investment, and then I can leave my profit and maybe a little extra to farm this APR. And it just was not doing it for it. It just didn't want to break 16. So I cut it. I moved on to the next project. So also, just note, Towley yesterday was a complete rug, and we're going to essentially, like Silly Gorilla said, we're going to avoid pre-sales in the future as basically as a group. You know, we can all do what we want, but as a group, we're going to avoid doing pre-sales unless the project admin is willing to do an AMA for a group. So, you know, it's not something I find acceptable, and we're going to put in very strict measures to make sure that nothing like that happens again. So moving right along. So Plum, I'm out for now. It's possible it becomes attractive, but honestly, this is probably something I'm just moving on from. Real quick, I want to take a look at the general crypto market. So I got to be honest, guys, Bitcoin, I thought it was going to be strong. I thought it was going to hover around the low 50s, high 40s, and kind of sustain the altcoin market. This action has been really strong for the overall crypto market. We've got all-time highs on Ether. We've got Binance Coin continuing to push, Dogecoin continuing to push. Bitcoin, you know, I mean, it could start touching 60,000 again, and that's great news for the BSC altcoin market, because essentially Bitcoin going sideways right now and in a slightly upward trend, this will sustain the altcoin market. When Bitcoin starts to go on a major correction, that's when it will become a more attractive investment, and that's when we have to start watching out for a sell-off in the altcoin market, because people are going to start picking up Bitcoin. Why is it that this happens? You know, it's just because this has been the behavior, this has been the pattern of behavior that we've seen almost 4 cycles now. And there's no reason to think that this isn't going to happen again. So the question is just simply what levels are we looking at? And so for me, the longer that Bitcoin can sustain that sideways, slightly upward trend, that will essentially operate as like a flotation device for the overall altcoin market. Doge, I've still got hanging in there. I am going to sell it before SNL on Sunday, but I think we've got a little more going here. I'm going to jump into just my watch list. VeChain, I'm loving VeChain. This is really consolidating at this level. So this is not a DeFi play, but just in general, I think anyone who's not in VeChain, this is, if you just look here, you know, we're looking at 2 and 11% in the last week. That's relatively sideways. I think VeChain is one that has some growth coming very quickly. Link has been absolutely crushing it. IOTA is finally starting to move a little bit. I thought it would after its recent launch. Omi had a little bit of a move today. That one is having a problem. So Sea Rocket, I wanted to talk about that one also. You know, it's up, right? Because sometimes these DeFi coins like Sea Rocket, they're a little bit tricky, because you can have a day like today where it's down 36%, but in a week it's up 1,000%. So this is still bullish. I'm not letting mine go. I'm probably going to add back on this dip once it stabilizes. Pancake Bunny, this is as low as I've seen it. So this is one I want to take a look at, actually. Let's look at this chart. So, you know, Pancake Bunny is one that I've been looking at for a while. I was hesitant to buy it, and it looks like it's on a downtrend. So I'm not trying to catch a falling knife, but Pancake Bunny looks like it may be starting a downtrend that, if it can then stabilize, we might have a good pickup opportunity here. I've had my eye on the Squirrel Finance Bunny Farm for a while. Let's see if I can get it to load. See, it's not terrible APR because you earn WB&B and nuts. It's not bad, but I just haven't found that entry I wanted on Bunny. So this could be a decent indication. You know, if it can maybe even dip a little bit more and then stabilize, this could be a good time to enter. Bake took a big hit today. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, it looks like it's continuing to take a hit because it's out of the top 100. Oh, number 99, but you can see here, Bake. 564, little bit not ideal here, but I'm not that worried about it. I think this is a really strong NFT play long term. I'm holding mine, and Koala DeFi is opening a Bake pool tomorrow where you'll be able to stake your Bake and earn Liptis. So that to me is pretty attractive. I'm probably going to add more Bake to my portfolio once this downtrend stops. So you can see, like, this is still generally bullish, right? So it's going to stabilize, and then that's a time to, I think, load up a little bit more. All right, moving right along to PooCoin, a gross coin, but one that I think will be very profitable. So I dropped in about 500 bucks to this one the other day. Let's see how it's doing. I got in this right around $4. So it's been it's fairly sideways. But this is one that I'm pretty bullish on for the medium term. Over the next few weeks, I don't see any charting tool that gets called out more than PooCoin. There's other ones. There's Dex. There's Jedi has a lot of buzz right now. I actually sold my Jedi this morning. I know I'm a profit taker. Come after me. I get it, but it was just so attractive. I got it at 9 cents. I sold it at $1.33. I mean, for me, that's just absolutely incredible. But I do still believe in Jedi. I'll be loading up on the dip. But in general, PooCoin is the one that gets the most call outs. It's the one I use the most. It's the one a lot of people use the most. And so this is, for me, more of a medium-term investment. I'm not so worried about the short-term price movements on it. Let's talk about Supernova, because there was a lot of movement on this one today. And this is one that I will tell you, I have been in this project. Just give me a second. I got to find the contract. I have been in this project since their launch. And back when their Telegram only had like 140 people, I made a Supernova meme and was helping these guys out. So I started loading up over in the 0.04 area, and you can see we're back up to 0.07 today. So this has been a coin that has been as high as 19 cents. Like they have shown a supernova effect. Their marketing guys talked to me. They included me. I made a video for them, and then they included me. They were like, here are our marketers. They included Digital Eagle. I'm in talks with them to do an AMA. They're very engaging. They're not trying to shill. They really are, to me, which I appreciate, that they're building from the bottom up. They're not coming in and trying to do insane pumps at the very beginning. I really like their model. It's a very basic 1% gets burned on all transactions, 1% gets redistributed. And I find that the lower percentage makes it a little bit more sustainable, because we're going to talk about Bonfire later. And, they had essentially the same model, but 5% on each transaction, and it didn't really work that well. So bottom line, Supernova is a project that I am trying to make official partners of Digital Eagle. I believe in these guys, and I'm in talks with their admins to get them in our group, do an AMA, and I don't think it's obviously not as a good entry as it was at 0.04 or 0.03, but I think that there's more room here to go in the near future, just from the level that it's at now. So moving right along. Oh, what is next? Sorry, guys, I always ramble. I'm a rambler, we know. Koala. You guys know I have to talk about Koala because they are our partners. I love these guys. I've made so much money. Our community has made so much money. They are our voted absolute best DeFi of Digital Eagle communities so far. My mother made money from this. I am not even kidding. She's like, how is this possible? I got my mother in DeFi and she's all in on Koala. She absolutely loves it. You know, I have to confess, I did break up my Liptus banana LP. Now, in my defense, the banana was harvest from my banana pools. The Liptus was harvest from my Liptus pools, and it was worth about $50 when I combined it, and I broke it up for like $520. And not to mention the Liptus I earned from it. And since then, banana has dropped $4. I broke it because I was like, this is peak LP value. But it wasn't so much a testament to the Liptus as much as a testament to I felt like banana is about to correct and drive the entire LP price down. So I was like, okay, I'm up 10 times on this LP. I have to break it up. And I did. But I still have my Liptus BNB, my BUSD, and my USDC BUSD pool running here as well. They are churning out. I'm currently putting all of my earnings into the ETH pool, earning a little bit of Ether. Super bullish on Ether personally, so and every little bit helps. And we got the Casino. So I'm gonna be shooting a video later to talk all about the Casino, but I'll tell you what, I'm gonna put one for 50 right here. Let's see if I'm feeling lucky if I can win this sucker. Now I will say, and I don't know exactly what their tech is here. It does seem like it's a little bit slow. Not fudding, not fudding. I'm just saying it's a little bit slow. So I'm gonna ask them about that because I was showing my wife. I was like, "Look, it's the Koalasino," and then it's like, okay, how long does this thing take to go? But let's see. We got one going. I placed the bet. Is it gonna go? Come on. Come on, Qualcino. Somehow I feel like the screen share is like making it slower. But anyway, we're going to move on for now because I'm going to be making a video on this one later. But in general, Koala it shot up to $3. That was a great buy-in at the early twos, moving up to $3. They have a lot more coming out. Very engaging community. Anyone who is not currently in Koala, I recommend talking to their admins. They're members of our group. They're very engaged on Telegram. They'll answer any questions you have. Moving along to ApeSwap. ApeSwap Banana is on a downtrend, guys. I sold. I wanted to hold until 15, but I had no choice. I let go of most of my banana around 10. I still am holding a small portion that I will never let go. I'm never going to let go of all of my banana, but I am currently waiting for the price to bottom out, and I will be buying back in. Just to put it simply, I still love this project. But $10, guys, that was just so crazy. Sometimes we get a little bit into the euphoria, I think, where we're like, oh my God, this was 80 cents. And now a week later, it's $10. It's going to go to 100. It's going to, no, we need to stay clear-eyed with what these are, right? And when something goes from 80 cents to $10 in a week and a half, you know, there's nothing wrong with taking profit. And that's just good investments. That's just good finance right there. And that's what I did. Again, I didn't let go of all of it. That's in Squirrel Finance earning APR, but I believe that it's probably going to let a little bit more go, but I don't think it's going to get back anywhere near the lows that it was previously. And that's why I'm not going to ever let go all of my banana that I got, you know, around $1, because I don't think it's going to get anywhere near there. But I do think that there's a better load up point. But could be totally wrong. So moving right along. Panther. has shown some pretty good strength the last couple of days. Honestly, I thought this one was going to give a little more back, but this is one I have on watch. I'm ready to potentially load back into this one. The APR is pretty solid on these farms as well. So, you know, I want to see kind of what it does over the next day, but this is one that's still very much on my watch list. Barbecue. This is one I unfortunately did not take part in. Silly Gorilla did, Lil Uzi did, a couple other people did. Congrats. I saw some major gains on this one. But this is, and I might miss out again. I might load up. I'm undecided. I've got a lot of my capital extended right now, but I might have to jump into this one. It looks like this 5 area may be a decent load up point. You've got some high APR here just on the barbecue pool. Like that is really high APR. You know, 1100, and it's been really high for a little while now. You got 3700 on this barbecue BNB, 4000 on the barbecue BUSD. So just with that kind of an APR, there is a cushion. It's just a fact. You know, just to do some basic, you know, 5th grade level math, right? We got 4000 whatever divided by that. So that's 11% a day that you get back in APR from this pool, right? So that's not a terrible cushion. So this is one I have pretty high on my watch list. Last one I want to talk about for today is Bonfire. So this one's kind of a quagmire to me because shout out to our member Jay Montana, because he was on top of this one and he saw what they did is that they essentially pulled their LP that got them approved on PooCoin as a vetted. And so they're going to be moved to the unvetted section. But what they did is it seems like they almost got themselves vetted and then got the pump and then like unvetted themselves and dumped it. And you know, the concept seems pretty strong. 5% distribution, 5% liquidity. I like the website, and the community has over 20,000 followers. So I'm not like 100% given up. Like maybe this project is worth something, maybe it's not. But you know, I went in today, starter size that I was feeling pretty good. I got caught in the bull trap, but I pulled out. I set my level and I pulled out. I lost just a little bit. It's fine. That's just part of our risk management. And you know, this is one though that did surprise me a little bit because it does seem like that they definitely pulled some shenanigans. But with a community of 20,000 people, you know, that kind of surprised me. So I want to see kind of how they handle that over the next few days. All right, guys, that's it for today. I'm going to be in the channel about to shoot a official Koala Sino video. And I am so behind on so many of our other team projects. I'm working really hard on getting you guys your membership NFTs. We have an artist who is working on that artwork as we speak. And we will definitely be posting that once we have it ready for some community feedback, because we want to make sure that you early bird members have a say. Maybe we'll have a poll, right, of the kind of artwork and see what you guys like. So we're working on that. We're working on our integrated tokenomics e-commerce, and we are working on our integrated membership portal. So we have a lot in the works. I appreciate your guys' support, and I will check back later. Signing out.